some serious cash the last few months. Just saying.
I'm listening. I am listening and not speaking over you.
I am just saying.
I have so many ears to listen with.
They're tiny.
What?
Your ears.
My what?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not listening anymore.
Okay. So it looks like Matt has decided to keep his 6. Well, Chicken Jive thinks that spawn is not needed. Green Black is just good against humans.
That's Chris Haw.
Oh, is it really?
Chicken Jive is Chris Haw.
Oh, Chris Haw is great.
Chris Haw is.
But Chris Haw should definitely be playing Spawn of Mayhem.
Spawn of Mayhem, more like Spew of Mayhem. Am I right, chat?
Oh, wow, that was awful.
It was. So was most of mine.
Okay, so this.
We're getting off to a very slow start. Nobody has done anything.
Matt has not taken the line I wanted him to. I would have kept. I would have kept a 7 with the discard spell and a bob, but he did not.
Do you know that was in his hand?
No, I'm just saying.
So you're
that's
just
what
saying.
I would. I'm just saying that's the line I would have taken.
Okay.
So
cool. That's how you win these things.
Dude, that's why I play like Grimflare plus Bob plus Goyf. You get all the 2-drops.
No foil spawns.
Oh, yo, there was. If Chris is still listening, there were a ton of spawns here in the showcase today.
Because TJ.
Yeah, TJ's got so many, and he's got foil ones. Let's talk TJ.
Okay, both turn 1 did nothing. I don't know who that favors. Okay, we're taking a slow game. Taking it nice and slow. For all you folks at home. The late night slow game. Oh, he didn't have the discard, but he had the bob. An original art bob, too.
Yes, that is the best bob.
Not foil, but...
It's the best bob. Well, Matt Long does not play with foil cards.
I don't know why you would.
He does play with $500-$600 swamps and forests.
And he has original bobs. It's not like he has RTR bobs or something.
He's got 4 Guru swamps and 2 Guru forests in his deck.
Wow. Imagine carrying that much.
It is the most expensive deck in this room.
He just revealed one.
I know.
Do all of his basics match, though?
They do. He has 4 Guru swamps and 2 Guru forests.
Yeah, take $600 off of Bob.
Oh, jeez, take $600. Oh my gosh.
We should you should like talk to Green Black X players and
double
just be
black.
like,
Or we got another. Brutality plus discard.
Ooh, that's nice. We should play a game with Green Black players. I've really noticed that Green Black players really like to
Redundant Azusa. That is just a.
To really show off how much money they have.
Yeah.
We should play a game where both Green Black players start on turn 2, both with a Bob in the play, and the way to win the game is after like.
Who reveals the most amount of money off of Bob?
Yeah.
I don't think I could beat Matt Long.
Over like until your life.
My beta basics are
until
nice,
you lose,
but they're not
right?
Guru basics.
So like, let's say you reveal a Lily, you take 3, you take $100.
It might surprise you, but there are things happening on screen.
Oh, Edgar just has a Titan.
Yeah, he has a Titan.
One of these things is not like the other things. One of these things is a 2/1.
Yeah, see, Bob draws you an extra card every turn, but Primeval Titan draws you 2 cards every turn.
Actually, it's pseudo card advantage because if you die to the Titan, you can't draw more cards.
And if you...
So
yeah, that's true.
Primeval Titan is like discard because Matt Long is discarding his possible draws for the turn.
So does that mean that for every game that you lose 2 or 3 turns before you felt you should have, you basically got
You've
Rent-Binded?
divinationed. Oh, no. Yes.
Okay.
Or like if you're the control deck and you die with like 5 cards in your hand,
yeah,
you get Mind Twisted. Wow. Does he have an answer to this? Do you know?
Deep introspective commentary. Okay.
The field ruin.
I don't think that is going to do a whole lot here. Matt does think of some pretty creative lines. I was watching him in another match. He can definitely pull some wins out of nowhere, but I think he's in tough here. He was not able to stop that quick. I think he's got an Assassin's Trophy. Okay. So he's going to try and cut him off of a little bit of mana here and a Trophium. Look at this. This Bob is actually going to attack first.
I don't know if this 2 damage was worth... It's possible that Edgar commits his mana to do something else with it. Now he just gives Edgar the free range. I guess he packed, so he time walked himself. Yeah, we'll see.
No, he didn't pact.
He didn't?
No.
Natty had it?
Yeah, he had it. He revealed it on the collector
Oh,
brutality.
he made him discard the
He made him
pact.
discard the
Right, okay.
So he's just got all his mana available in this turn. Now he's got a second Azusa in his hand. I'm not sure if he has access to another Titan. Oh, it looks like he's got a Tulare West.
But he doesn't have double blue.
He does not have double blue.
So the Azusa is actually pretty useless in this match. It's almost a dead card.
Okay, so this is going to be a big reveal here. If he can
also
find...
He doesn't have an amulet in play, so he's no way to actually generate
he can't generate
double blue this turn.
Yeah.
And I think that's the important part about this. He would have to somehow find another Titan this turn. He can wait a couple turns. Matt doesn't have a huge clock, which is very important, but he is drawing enough cards that he might be able to find more answers to the Titan.
And this will be interesting too here, because it's been a couple turns since he's seen Edgar's hand. If he plays a discard spell here, it's going to be one of the banes of the green-black players is that you're going to see the Tulare West in his hand, and you can't take it.
No, you can't. But I mean, like, Edgar is getting very flooded.
He does get flooded. We told him to play only 10 lands.
He's playing way. He has like 8 lands in play. Like
Doesn't need that many mana. Doesn't need that much mana.
He has all the lands he needs in play already. I mean, it's lucky that his opponent's playing a discard deck, so he like gains equity in that sense. But to me, it's just poor deck building. I just don't get it.
I can't stop smiling.
Nobody knows you're smiling because we don't have a camera. So if you just don't say you're not like you're smiling, nobody thinks you think.
Yeah, but no one's gonna know I'm smiling because there's no camera.
All right, chat. We have a poll for everybody because I was having this conversation with Morgan. I told Morgan that I think I'm funny, and he said I'm not. So I decided to start polling people whether they think I'm funny. So Chad, if you could say in chat whether you think I'm funny or not, that would do great things for my ego.
Yeah, because his ego is so tiny. He doesn't need it. He needs
a
lot of fueling.
Talk about me like that.
He needs some serious fueling of his ego. So it's really depleted because he keeps going 0-2 at these Chimera Gaming Opens.
No, funny. Nothing has really happened. He played a goif. A goif is bigger than a bob.
Yeah, but this is like that was really important for Matt to up this clock.
Do you like these goifs?
I'm an OG kind of guy.
I don't like them either.
I like my OG goifs.
Mm-hmm. So Edgar can search for a pact, search for a Titan, grab a Titan. We're just going through the loop again. Matt, once again, needs to find an answer to this Titan, or we think he is going to lose. Maybe not immediately, but eventually.
Does he have any cards left in his hand?
Well, he has to. He's been drawing an extra card with Bob.
Yeah, but he's also on a Mold 5. He's got 1 card left in hand, so it'll be interesting to see what it is because it wasn't a discard spell, and I don't think it was a creature. I don't think he'd be sandbagging another creature, so I could see. Oh, if it was a Lily, it would not be great here.
No. Well, he does get 2 draws here.
Still doesn't do a whole lot in this board. And a Thoughtseize.
That's no good.
So I think the Goif's only 4/5 here. There are no artifacts, there's no planeswalkers. That's Thoughtseize. Again, sees a Titan he can't take.
Well, it might also be a walking list.
At this point, potentially, yes. Or an engineered explosives.
EE is actually better. Both of Matt's creatures are on too.
I think he just wants to get another Titan, right? You just want to grind through the green-black players' resources. Just keep getting Titans until like right at the end where you can clean up with explosives or walking ballista.
If he attacks with a Titan here, he can grab another Titan. Second Titan grabs other West.
Yeah.
Finally, when you run out of Titans, then you can grab the EE.
Is that a sequence of plays we might have seen today?
I think we've seen it 2 times, at least. Maybe more.
I believe you're right. I believe it was at least 2.
At least 2?
Yep, at least 2.
I will say one thing. I really like Edgar's Bulbasaur token. To me, that is worth more than anything money can buy.
Really?
No.
Okay. Because I would much rather have those Guru basics.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I'd actually like anything signed by Edgar, I think. We actually have his deck list, and I asked if we could get it signed, and I guess we can't.
I know Edgar. I can maybe...
pull some strings?
Yeah, I'll pull some strings. Yeah.
Cool. Do you know Dilks?
I know Dilks.
You know Dilks?
He doesn't talk to me a whole lot.
Wow.
But he doesn't talk to
But he talks to you.
He doesn't talk to many guys, which is part of his charm. So yeah.
Oh, that's his charm. Okay. So
I do not like this block.
Is he double blocking?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't take lethal. I don't know why.
It's
he
not
would
even
block.
lethal. It's only 6.
It could be that he's looking to just rip another removal spell for this Titan, anyways. The next Titan.
He needs to he needs to race.
I don't think he can race.
Okay.
Like, it's very obvious that we know that Edgar's going to put another Titan into play.
But Matt also knows that as well. Like, Matt also knows he's going to put another Titan in play.
It's possible that Matt believes that his only out is to top deck another enter this Titan this turn,
Yes.
and then top deck another Titan, enter the Titan the following turn.
Those are the prayers of us green black players.
Right.
They don't always get answered.
It's possible that if he thinks he takes 6 here, he can't beat 2 Titans the following turn. He does have a Maelstrom Pulse, though, right?
Yeah, he's 1 pulse in the main.
Yeah, so maybe it's worth it to see if Edgar puts the second Titan into play. But if Edgar doesn't, then
He still has the push.
I wanted to see him
He
take.
has the push in his hand, so he can still get
He-
push the
he-
token back.
He used
push on
He used the push to kill the scout.
And
So I wanted him to see, like, at least one more reveal off Bob to try and dig a little deeper, and he needs that Goyfin play to actually, at some point in time, hopefully close the game out. What did he get? He got another Bob.
I can't see.
I believe it was another Bob.
Scoop.
Edgar's hopeless.
Matt Long does not scoop. Matt Long plays the game out.
Oh, that's good to know.
Well, he might scoop, but I believe in him.
Scoop.
Scoop.
Scoop. Okay, well, I think this is rudimentary. Is that a word?
That is word.
I think that is that right now. I think that is. Ooh.
Yeah, this is locked. That amulet is going to be the game.
It's game over, would you say?
I think the game's over.
Oh.
Yeah, this is too much to come back from. I would love to know what the top card of Matt Long's library
Don't
was.
call it a comeback. He's been here all game.
Could have just should have kept that Bob and play the previous turn. Just gonna bog you.
Exile your graveyard. Copy my bog. See how many basics you have.
At this point, he's just showing off the build of the deck.
Matt Long has 6 basics.
Quick mass. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
he scooped. He
Cool.
scooped, and that's that. Okay, so sideboard.
Do you have both deck lists?
I do. Oh, I have this one. Oh, you have that one.
Oh, I have Eggers.
I have Dilks. Why do I have Dilks?
That's Matt Long's.
Oh, that's Matt Long's.
I mean, Dokes and Eggers are like almost the same, right?
Yeah.
That one's Dokes.
Okay, well, let's use Dilks.
Okay. I don't think Egger is bringing in the.
I mean,
Cool.
they share vehicles on long trips. They share a bed
Well, we
when they get a hotel room together. I'm sure they can share deck lists too.
we
So-
know that Edgar has a Emrakul over in a gate,
Yes.
right?
Okay, so you want to start with Eggers then?
Sure. So out of Edgar's sideboard, I like Chameleon Colossus. I like Tireless Tracker. I like Hornet Queen. I like Path to Exile.
I like Raymond Excavator.
You like Raymond Excavator?
Oh yeah,
Oh, because you like Field Rune and stuff?
Field Rune and
Ghost Quarter?
Fulminator Mage.
Oh, Fulminator Range.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, you're on another level.
Yep.
Okay, I don't like Scout. I'm not high on Hive Mind.
Okay, this is interesting. So from the green-black side, I usually cut the fatal pushes. I've noticed a lot of amulet players keeping in the scouts and then cutting the amulets.
Yeah, I do also think that Amulet, it's similar to the, like it's a dead card some amount of the time. And you kind of want to grind through the black
Yes.
the black-green deck, so having
Yes.
a dead card like Amulet, specifically on turn 1, is just bad.
Yep.
Like they're trying to deal with your Titans instead of, and if you can't kill them with your Titans, then your Amulets actually just don't do anything.
Exactly.
Edgar also has an EE in his deck. Maybe that's good on 2.
AE is very good in this matchup. Basically all Matt's pressure comes from his 2-drops, from his Goyfs, his Bobs, and his Scavenging Uses, and that's how he's really winning the game. So being able to clean up all those things with a flexible card like that, even for like a Liliana, I think he'd probably bring in another explosives. Cards I'd cut though, yeah, would be the four amulets.
Okay.
Could go.
How do you feel about Coalition Relic?
Coalition Relic is probably okay, but might be a little clunky in this matchup.
It might just be like one of the cards you cut so you can bring in better cards.
I think so.
Because like Matt's not going to be playing Blood Moon, right?
I think so. I think the only reason to keep it in is you're bringing in more expense. Like you're cutting a lot of your lower end, and you're bringing in 3s, 4s, 5s. Like you've got Chameleon Colossus, you've got Tireless Track, you've got Hornet Queen, you've got Excavator. So I think like having the Relic might be really important as well.
But I mean, like you're just looking for cards that do things, right? Like playing a Coalition Relic compared to like playing an Excavator or a
I'm not saying it's good.
Okay.
But I don't think Hive Mind's particularly good in this matchup either.
Right, but if you're cutting Amulet, it's not like you're cutting mana sources. Like if Amulet's not doing anything.
But I think between the Amulet and the 2 Hive Minds, that's enough cuts to bring in everything you need.
5.
Like how many Path to Exile is he bringing in?
2.
2.
It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 6 or 7 cards.
Yeah, so that's your Hive Minds and your
Amulets?
amulets right there. Now from the green-black side, for sure the 3 Fulminator Mages. There's a debate on Surgical Extraction if he wants that. I mean, Edgar's deck's going to get a little bit more flexible with his threat suite, but there's certain cards that are really important in Edgar's deck that you want to Surgical, like the Titans. So it'd be interesting if Matt's going to bring them in. I like maybe 1 Damnation. Not sure if I like the second, and then I actually like the Brutalities over like cutting Fatal Pushes. Brutalities kills the Dorks, so does Fatal Push, but you can often snag a key instant sorcery in there in the Amulet player's hand as well.
I think I like Damnation because, well, I know Edgar will be bringing Chameleon Colossus.
Yep.
And so I think Damnation is specifically good against Chameleon Colossus.
Yep.
I also think I like Nissa Vile Force.
Really?
Well, it puts on a quick clock, and it buys back like Fulminators.
Yeah, I think that's another reason to bring in the Last Hope too.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if I like the Nissa in this matchup. I think I'd rather have Last Hope.
Yeah, okay. I think that Last Hope does a very similar effect and costs less mana.
Yeah. So I think the 2 Cletus could probably come out. Some number of the Fatal Pushes, the Spell Bomb.
Scavenging Ooze?
Probably the Scavenging Ooze, and then I would bring in the Fulminator Mage, the Damnations, some number of Brutality, and the Last Hope.
Cool.
So really interesting to see how Matt does here.
He's mulliganing to 6?
Is he on 6 again?
I saw him shuffling again while Edgar was sitting there.
Jeez, it looks like he's got a really high curve too. I think he's got double Lily plus another 3-drop.
Well, does he have 2 lands?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Damn. That's too bad. That is too bad. Yeah, Matt's been grinding in the Toronto area for a long time. He's a really good greenback player, but always seems to just fall short a little in the top 8s.
I mean, luckily in this matchup, I think cards like Fulminator, cards like Field of Ruin.
He has very, very powerful cards for this matchup.
Right, so I think that can definitely catch him up. If he has turn 1 Thoughtseize or turn 1 discard, he's also in a profitable position.
Okay, so he's got Assassin's Trophy, and he's got
No lands.
And he's got a Lily. I think he's got 1 land on a Bob.
I don't think he had any lands.
That is a bummer.
I mean, with the London mulligan, maybe this would be fixed.
What do you think of that rule? You like it? Don't like it?
I do like it.
Yeah.
I think anybody with like a big opinion on it has no idea what they're talking about because there's not enough data to like really take a provable stance. Obviously, there's decks that improve it.
That is a fantastic mold of 4.
Is it good for?
It's keepable.
It stops things like this from happening, right? Like
He's got trophy, land, but I think one of his lands is a Field of Ruin. Yeah, like this is.
That's the word. Oh, elementary. Oh well. Yeah, I think like the London Mulligan will prevent things like this from happening, right? Like he could try to keep, or when he goes to 6, he would be able to like keep 2 lands and pitch.
Yes. Yes.
So like I think it helps in general. It helps everything. Of course, some decks.
It raises all ships, but I think it raises some ships too high.
I don't think it does, because I think the great thing about Modern, and I think we discussed this before, is that the decks that it raises too high, other decks can just adjust. So like if you think that Dredge is doing too well, just play more
Again,
ley lines.
and sideboard cards get more powerful as well.
Right.
That's exactly.
I have been playing a lot online with the new London Mulligan, and Tron has been a little too consistent on 4.
Okay.
But I'm playing a deck that is naturally not great against Tron.
And Matt is actually pulling out of this mulligan, I think, quite nicely. He's now has his second black source. He was able to like snag a key land there from Egger, one of his bounce lands, and he has double black for the Lily in his hand.
The unfortunate part is if
he's not going to edict him.
Yeah, I mean,
edict him literally does nothing here. He's got an Assassin's Trophy as well in his hand, so he may the only reason to edict would be to trade 1 for 1 with the Blessed to Protect. Oh no, he's also got a Fulminator too. Oh man.
do we know do you remember what the Vizulu was copying? Do we pay attention to that?
I did not see that.
Okay.
If anything, I think it would be the Overgrown Tomb for a green source.
That makes sense. He just fetched that.
Oh,
Okay, so it could be
a treetop? Treetop? Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I would allow Edgar to untap here, because if he has priority and he goes 3rd land Azusa.
Well, I mean, if he casts Azusa, you can still respond.
Right, but I just don't want him to get the 3 lands to be able to cast Azusa.
Okay, that's fair.
Because like the moment the Azusa hits play, you can then just put 2 more lands in play.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Although it does like.
There are certain lands though that you want to tag. Like
sure.
I think if he was going to take a land, he would take the Vesuva, which we think is a green source.
Right.
So, because at that point in time, he didn't have a green source.
Yeah, maybe that shows my inexperience in the matchup, but I feel that if you're trying to tag lands and prevent your opponent from mana growth, you want to be stopping things like Azusa as soon as possible. But it might be that hitting specific lands is more important than trying to prevent their mana growth.
Yeah. Oh, that is a very powerful card.
Yeah. It's possible he should have jammed Liliana last turn. I guess you could try to like Assassin's Trophy the creature. Maybe that's another reason why you want to start hitting their lands so they just can't cast spells. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also get that in this matchup, like if that is basically his only creature, like the treetop is not a creature because Matt is so far behind in this game that he's using his mana to cast his spells and not attack with that treetop. So that Fulminator is his only clock he has.
He's going to catch this Chameleon Colossus.
He is.
So hopefully...
He had a Damnation in his hand, too. He didn't have I guess he didn't have the 4th land.
Yeah, it's really hard to, like, you know... It's possible he attacks for 2 and just bins land so Edgar can't hit Titan.
Okay, at this point, I think I want a Fulminator. You just Assassin's Trophy. You want to keep your opponent off of casting a Titan.
Yeah. I think he's on the same plan.
I think you want to go after that Teleria West.
Garden's also important. They have bounce lands. I mean,
that is true, but that is the...
He can't actually transmute it, right? Like, you're right, in Teleria West is important, but I think that Garden is more important at this moment.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Like, you play more green-black than I do.
Yeah, I just want to get the grindy cards though. Like I think.
I mean, Garden
is a grindy card. You're right. It is a grindy card.
Specifically when it has Liliana
it also does nothing on this board.
Well, it does if you have a bounce lane specifically against Liliana. You know what I mean? So like Liliana is never catching a Titan as long as this Garden's around.
Sure. That's fair. That's fair assessment. I was just thinking that like the long game favors the Teleria West, I think. And that's the land that is probably the most powerful in play.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I guess if his Damnation is in.
Yeah. And Damnation, like...
Well, the problem with, like, Titan resolving is that it usually just grabs 2 other Titans. So like, if you can stifle the Titan by getting rid of the Talaria West in the first place,
This is my favorite as a green-black player. You plus, and then you have no idea what to discard. Like, shoot, do I discard my land so I can never cast my spells again? Or do I discard my spells and then never draw another
that's why
spell?
I love green-black players, because like sometimes you just make the wrong choice.
You have decision trees, but
Oh, he brought in surgical.
he did. Okay, you have decision trees, or just kind of tiny little trees.
Very small margins.
They're small trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting aggressive here. I like this play.
Aggressive. Be aggressive.
This is some of the plays where we saw earlier where our opponents, or like the players that were playing against Amulet, were sitting back and sort of. But Matt's realizing here that like he has to attack. He can't stop Endless Titans, but he has to try and win the game at some point. I mean, this is just tough. He's in a tough bind here. That maul was really difficult.
I think he's dead.
Does he have an amulet?
No, but he has 2 more Titans. He also hasn't played a land this turn. Yeah, when you mold a 5,
I think it was a mold of 4.
mold a 4, you play Liliana.
It was a good mold of 4, and he drew good cards.
It was a good mold of 4.
But he was still short on those cards.
Right. You have to think if he has even 2 more cards, he's maybe at parity. So I think if I was Edgar, I would grab a bounce land or grab Masuba to make this plant. So like the Liliana can't catch it.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I don't know what
Did he? Where'd the plant token come from?
he probably bounced it off Simic.
Oh,
just
okay.
announced it. Just
Announced it. Yeah.
Because he didn't actually pick up anything else from that.
Yeah, and he didn't play. It didn't look like he'd played land drop, so he must have
Right.
just made it his land drop for the turn.
Just announced. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think that's one of the reasons why I liked hitting the garden, but I mean he natty drew the pact anyways. Matt could also just have a removal spell. And there's the damnation. That is nice. Edgar is on time walk from the
Yep.
pact. So
He is untapping with at least 5 mana. 6 mana.
so he can go again.
You still go again.
And just
He's got. Is this?
Celestial Purge.
Oh yeah, we don't have his deck list, so he has Celestial Purge.
He has a couple more Celestial Purges instead of Paths.
Okay. Yeah, so Edgar is just left with an embarrassment of riches in his hand. He's got
Probably
he's got-
at least
he's-
2
he's
or
got-
3.
I think he's got an explosives, and I think he's got the purge, and he's got pact of he's got
Green.
green pact. Yeah, Summer's pact. Yeah.
It's not in there. We checked. I don't know where it went.
But I think he's debating. He's debating whether he plays the Titan. He just gets the Titan. You just get the Titan here and protect. You protect your Titan with the garden again.
That way you can kill Liliana with a Titan.
Yeah,
if you
I
need
think
to.
he was thinking that you would try and like do I purge here and just get rid of the Lily, protect my hand, or do I go get the Titan? But then like.
Well, putting the Titan play kills his opponent.
Excavator.
Random out. Ramanap.
I don't think you need Excavator here.
Please grab Tireless Tracker. I love that card.
Do you know I run an Excavator for a living?
What is an Excavator?
Digs dirt.
So, is that all you do? You just dirt dig?
And then once the hole is dug, I put the dirt back in the hole.
Why?
Just people pay you to do it
Why?
for reasons. That's what I do. That's why I'm wearing plaid and a trucker's hat right now.
Oh, I just thought you loved country.
I'm actually not a big fan of country music.
No? You don't like Old Town Road or anything?
I don't even know what that is.
Gonna take my horses to the Old Town Road.
Okay.
Gonna ride them till I can't no more.
I've ridden a horse, but
Okay. Well, that's a weird flex, but all right.
yeah. Used to have cattle, man.
Used to, or
I used to have a lot of cattle.
like you owned them, or you
Yeah,
like
I owned them.
You owned them.
Yeah.
Not like your parents owned them. Or
No,
something?
I owned them.
What happened?
I sold them all and bought a house.
That's a much better investment than
Yes,
cattle.
yes.
Houses can't die.
Again, are they alive? If something is,
Well, you can give life to a house, but it's not really alive, like in a physical sense. Like maybe in a metaphysical sense.
I guess things can die that are not alive.
Yeah.
Like
R.I.P. your house.
Like the human's deck is dead in modern, but it was
Theoretically.
never alive.
Well, it can have a resurrection.
That's true.
Speaking of things that aren't dead, Edgar's tournament hopes.
Yes, Edgar's tournament hopes are very much alive, like my house, or if my house was alive.
Yeah, maybe not the cattle you sold.
No, they're probably gone.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Many freezers were filled.
Pour a glass of milk out for our fallen comrades.
Yeah.
Edgar's doing his thing. He has a God, I love Tireless Tracker. When I was playing Ban Coco,
Tireless Tracker is just a balmy card.
when I was playing Ban Coco in Standard, like I just always wanted
That
Tireless Trackers.
That card looked so anemic when it first got released. And,
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, okay, so 2 mana to draw a card, and it's a 3/2, and it doesn't do anything the turn it comes into play. But it is such.
She has a sword
Yeah.
and a nice hat. I don't know what the hat's called, but you could hat in a hat. You go to a hat.
What kind of hat would you call that?
I don't know. We poll people to know if they know what the hat's called.
Twitch stream will let us know what kind of hat that is.
No,
they're
they probably won't.
They're super fashionable. Chris Haw will let us know.
I don't think Chris Haw is a doctor and does stuff with like medical drugs.
He's also super knowledgeable. But
Just
a
because
lot of
somebody's
things.
knowledgeable doesn't mean he knows a lot of things about Tireless Tracker's hat. Like while we're at it, hey Chris Haw, do you know what sword Tireless Tracker has? Like is it a saber?
I think it's too thick to be a saber.
It's not a trilby. Don't call it a trilby either. That's incredibly rude. We've been here for years. Oh, you see that top deck?
That thing draws cards.
It doesn't draw them.
You're right. It reveals cards off the top of your deck.
And you take damage equal to how much the card costs. Monetarily.
Monetarily. I see. So you always going to take... Wait, what if something costs like fractions of dollars? Do you take fractions of life?
Yeah, don't you remember the unsets? There's like fractions
Yeah.
of mana costs.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not a judge, but I'm sure you could ask how that works.
That card would feel...
Bob would be a lot better if it
Like, I feel like greatness at any cost, like, cost should be with, like, a dollar sign in front of it.
Oh, tri-corner hat.
A tri-corner hat.
Yeah.
I feel like it just explained what it looks like.
Yeah, there's just 3 corners.
Yeah.
Tri is 3 and hat.
I could have been, like, brown hat.
Yeah.
Would have been
Hat-
just as accurate.
Hat that you can't see out from underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get an Edgar post-game interview.
Sweet.
We can ask him questions about how to pronounce his last
But
name.
what if Edgar actually loses this matchup? We just rub it in?
Would that be
Because,
funny?
like, hey, Edgar, remember when you
Hey,
were
you somehow lost that unlosable.
Remember when you were super, super ahead and your opponent
Yeah, I don't
mulliganed like to 5 and to 4 and
Yo,
you
we-
still
Also, off
lost?
the top could be a 6-for-1 right now.
Oh yeah, kill the clues. And they're not sacrificed, so the
No,
Okay.
you sacrifice one of the clues and then the one that's targeted.
Gotta
And,
hold up 2 mana to protect against that.
yeah, we've got some bad commentary assistance coming from the sidelines here, but we're just gonna ignore that.
we could ask Edgar like what kind of hat Tireless Tracker wears. Like what does he know the name of it?
Maybe he's got a pet name for that hat. Okay, so EE on 2. This is just this is
a
just
slaughter.
This is a slaughter.
Yeah. He's talking for
Okay, I was talking really big game about this matchup, and I don't think this is a fair representation, but I also don't think it's unfair. Maybe I was just completely wrong.
Matt literally
I-
mulled to 4 in game 2.
He did.
So like
he definitely
even
did.
even if game 1, he also mulled to 6 game 1, like it's possible that the match is definitely closer than what we've seen.
When I've played it in the past, it feels fine. Like they definitely have their nutty hands that are you're probably gonna lose. But
Given the sake of Amulet and the way it functions, I would say your average Amulet player is not playing it as well as these players are. You know what I mean?
Yes, when you are playing, when you're in a top 8 with 3 of the best amulet players on the planet.
Arguably in the world.
I think that's what I said.
Yeah. Arguably. Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Planet, world, sure. Universe. Universe. I doubt anyone on a distant planet is playing amulet.
You doubt it.
There's a non-zero chance, I guess.
It is non-zero.
But I assume that some of the best players are in this very Legion Hall.
This planet.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's it.
So, all right.
Who was?
So,
All right, poll the chat. Who won?
Who won the game? Who wore it better? Okay, so...
Chat, you decide.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we're going to get Edgar in for a post-game interview. It's luckily he won this one, or it would have been really embarrassing.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can get him for the next round post-game interview to see if he'll talk to us if he
Interesting to see. I think some of our top 8 is still... Is our top 8 still going on?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
some of it's still going on. We've got...
I think all 3 other games are still going on.
Yeah, so
I see one gone.
it'll be interesting to see what...
One's done?
Oh. You know who won? No.
Who was Dix playing against?
Dilks was playing against humans.
Oh.
And last I saw was 1,000,000 humans and a one.
Okay. So anyways, I'm gonna when Edgar gets here, I'm gonna step out and I'm gonna let you take over.
Oh,
Do you want to do the players interview?
I can definitely handle that.
Okay.
Maybe I'll write down some questions.
Okay. Chat, have you got any questions for Edgar?
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, tweet them at me.
Literally
or
get them in there in the next 30 seconds,
type
so we're
them
not
in the
going to write them
chat.
down.
There is a question.
There is a question? What's the question?
Asking, is the